Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. We're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down again. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Here's Wilson to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Rolling to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tunyon. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
57 the mark. 57 the mark. Drop deep, drop deep. 88.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, he's going to take a shot for the end zone. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, 27 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 42. Looking to throw. Wilson dancing to his left. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Chris Barnes. And the Packers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level. The quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target. Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Here we go. 57's the mic. Rock 57. 630. Mike 57. It's our time. It's our time.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And it's a Packers touchdown. It's Davante Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
They'll look to throw. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is DJ Reed returning. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now Wilson on first down. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, Wilson. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson under pressure. They got him again. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. So then 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Third and long, it's Wilson. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of the first as that leads to fourth down. Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good.
He's got him in, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Now break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 28.
Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Play action. Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. 4 touchdown passes here in this first half. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Rodgers going to throw. Steps away. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Second down at 4.
Let's go.
Here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And this is taken in at the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. Now Rodgers on the move to his left. And it's a Packers touchdown. It's Devontae Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers continue to roll. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now, so as you mentioned, trying to find some...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Dart. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the offense is going to get the ball back. After all that, heck, it'll be a first down. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about.
And it's intercepted in the end zone. Picked off with great anticipation. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Throwing now is Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody didn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this moment. No, okay.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
51 to Mike, boys, 51.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team, because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. Yeah, he's got it. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Rodgers now to throw.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
57. Mike, 57. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike. All day, baby. All day. All day, baby.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
Hey, take 26.
Here we go.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. His pass caught at the 4. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Here's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Seahawks are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 11.
Check 26. Jumper. Alert flare. Watch the shit.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be taken down at the 18. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Wilson. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is going to be Packer football. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Wow. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards.
Tackles.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Being chased out left. The left side throw complete to Adams. On play action, now Rodgers. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Touchdown, Packers! Robert Tonyan there to make the grab. And the Packers take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Now Rodgers. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points.
Well, this is something that Pete Carroll should be pretty well familiar with. Remember when he told Jim Harbaugh after losing a ball game and Harbaugh went for 2 late against him, hey, what's your deal? It's the same situation here. Now, I'd kick the extra point, but I am reminded that plenty of coaches feel like it's not their job to worry about the other team. It's their job to worry about their own team. You have to stop us.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And now here is another interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 33. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, 67 yards. And the Packers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Now it's Rodgers. And this is going to be caught. I'm not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here's Reed. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. He's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And his throw here's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. Touchdown, Seahawks! Will Dissly, 36 yards. And the Seahawks are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Eluding the pressure right.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And again, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He's going to go for a big play downfield.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Rodgers to throw once more.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Sidney Jones. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet.
And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
To throw is Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Carter, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Rodgers throwing here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take them.